This is what the war in Mosul looks like. The city, which ruled the ancient world for 3,000 years, has been devastated over the course of the past month. Aside from administrative buildings and houses, the conflict has affected most of Mosul's scientific and cultural institutes. Many buildings of its prominent university, including the Political Science College and the Central University Library, have been heavily damaged. ISIL also burned 17 large oil wells in Al-Qayyara, which continued to burn for several months, polluting the environment and affecting the health of residents living close by. Similarly, in Al-Mishraq sulfur plant, ISIL set fire to more than 600,000 tons of sulfur before its retreat. Before its occupation by ISIL militants in the summer of 2014, Sinjar was one of the most diverse cities in terms of religions, cultures, and ethnicities of the Middle East. Nobody's here but a few soldiers who defend the city and a few children who collect nails and debris to use them to build temporary shelters on Mount Sinjar before winter comes.
آی خود مالی ما خراب کنو خود کچ کوچینی ما هم برنو خود سیپین ما هم کشتنو تدوین هاش مشنگالی بوچی ابی آوا و ابی کهربا و ابی خورا و بی خورنه نتخدور کو نه فیکی کتی ده تشتنی.
Thousands of homes, hundreds of schools, health centers, sports facilities and shops have completely disappeared in the midst of these ruins. Sinjar is not the only city that has been totally destroyed. Also, Al-Ramadi was subject to large-scale devastation. Almost half of it disappeared under the ruins. ISIL was keen on destroying the cities they occupied so as to make them unfit for human life. ISIL destroyed most of the infrastructure of Al-Ramadi. More than 20 bridges were largely or completely damaged. Al-Ramadi General Hospital is out of service due to the damage inflicted on its ground floor and the destruction of its higher floors, where the main wards and 13 operation rooms were located. Most of the housing blocks of the city were ruined. Many of the educational facilities of the city of Ramadi are also not operational. The buildings of Al-Anbar University were largely destroyed, including most of the scientific and humanities colleges, as well as scientific laboratories and research centers. In Beiji, ISIL wrecked large parts of the city, destroying thousands of houses, markets, and bridges, as well as the biggest oil refinery in the country.
The humanitarian crisis in Iraq is one of the largest, most complex, and most volatile in the world. Right now, more than 10 million Iraqi civilians need some form of humanitarian assistance. The cost to Iraq has been enormous. There are 3.5 million Iraqis who have been displaced from their homes. All of these families need assistance. Currently, they're living in more than 3,000 communities across the country.
Most of Iraqi internally displaced are still living in camps, which are spread in several areas of the country, facing extremely difficult circumstances.
The work will be started after determining the scale of destruction in a realistic way, specifying the required projects, and with their demands of machinery, equipment, and materials.
In all of the cities where Daesh was present, nothing is as it was before in these locations, and this is why it's so important that the new urban agenda is so important. Iraq is a country where this new agenda needs to be implemented as a matter of urgency.
كنا نصد عن العالم بأسره هذه الموجات البغيضة والتي حاربت الإنسان والأرض، ولذلك نتطلع إلى دعم دولي يتناسب وتضحيات العراق في هذه المرحلة.
Iraqis have fought ISIL on behalf of the world and will continue to do so until they're ousted from the country. However, despite all the violence and urban destruction caused by terrorism, Iraq is a country that has rebuilt itself several times throughout its history, and it will do it again.